Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, dangerous heat to start the weekend. A warning before you head to the beach, and the Knicks are still in it to win it. Severe storms slamming the South. A tornado in Georgia leaving a team critically injured. Heavy rain and strong winds whipping across parts of the region as the threat moves east. Plus, the out-of-control Canadian wildfires, the smoke on the move into the U.S. right now. Ginger is tracking it all.
Trade war whiplash. Less than 24 hours after a federal panel blocked most of President Trump's sweeping tariffs, an appeals court rules they can remain in place, at least for now, as the battle makes its way through the courts, with American businesses and consumers in limbo.
On the run. The urgent manhunt for the suspect who opened fire, injuring 2 police officers after fleeing a traffic stop. Police asking for the public's help finding him.
The FBI now offering a reward for information leading to the capture of the former police chief who escaped prison. We're on the scene.
Sean Diddy Combs' former assistant on the stand, delivering emotional testimony, describing a workplace that included physical and sexual violence.
Summer rip current warning.
So current can pull you to the left, it can pull you to the right, it can also spin you in a circle.
Victor Akendo went into the water to try out the new expert advice to get out of one. Plus, how to spot a rip current to avoid danger in the first place.
Not so free to move about the cabin. The new fines some airline passengers may encounter. What you need to watch out for.
Now, let's all of us take a deep breath.
Yes.
And
That did not help at all.
There's no phasing Faizan, except when he won.
You are the 2025 Scripps National Spelling Bee champion.
Somebody peel him off the floor.
The new 13-year-old National Spelling Bee champion joins us live. You'll never guess what word he got right. And how do you spell rebound?
Brunson with a 3.
Jalen Brunson and the Knicks win.
Live from Times Square, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. What a night. The Garden was rocking last night.
You were there for all of it, Michael.
And I'm regretting it right now a little bit, to be honest with you.
Good thing you did that sleep banking earlier this week. We have a very busy Friday morning, including new music from Miley Cyrus overnight. Plus, we have a wonderful Disney performance coming up.
All over the world.
Yes.
You're going to bring a story of how one couple paid off, what, $220,000 in debt?
Huge debt, and they did it in 5 years. It's a really remarkable story with lessons for all of us.
Wow. Okay, but we're going to begin with the severe weather, or severe storms that are taking aim at the East Coast this morning after the South was slammed with dangerous weather, including a fast-moving tornado. Ginger is tracking it all for us. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. So the tornado that did the damage behind me was just south of Atlanta, but it was one of 8 reported tornadoes from New Mexico and Texas over to Florida. This one, a stark and brazen reminder, they were only in the level 1 out of 5 for severe storms, about how quickly even a thunderstorm can change your life. Severe storms sweeping across the southeast.
Is that a tornado?
Yep.
In Georgia, this tornado stopping a couple in their tracks as it crossed I-75 south of Atlanta.
We're finding debris all over the place.
People in this Henry County neighborhood describing how quickly the tornado tore through.
It almost sounded like thunder and lightning, but it had more of an impact, shaking walls.
I ran for the closet and took cover. I got on my hands and knees, covered my head, and just started praying.
This is all that's left of actor Trey Chaney from The Wire's home. He and his 18-year-old son, Malachi, were sucked out of their house without warning.
I survived the tornado. My son, he survived. And 3 o'clock today, a split second, my house is gone. I just got out the hospital. I got this bruise on my head. I wish could replace the pain with my son. No.
Chaney's son taken to the ICU in critical condition. The actor posting an emotional video after going back to the scene and crawling through the debris that was his home to find his phone.
We survived it, but this is from watching your house be built from the ground up to 5 years later, everything gone.
Such a good reminder that we really have to take this time of year when we see these repetitive, I show you this map all the time, but remember that this is the area that's going to see it today. We wanted to time it out. Atlanta, I'd say after the noon hour, be ready. Have 2 ways of getting warnings. Macon, Columbia, Charlotte, Raleigh between 3 and 5 p.m. So this is kind of an early afternoon event. This is going to blow through, and by tonight, it's all gone. Now that's the severe part of it, from Richmond and parts of Maryland down through Charlotte and South Carolina, even into Alabama and very North Florida. But look what happens on the north end. This is a flash flood alert. So this is where we're going to see this storm kind of slow down. Heavy rains will come through. A flood watch from Charlottesville through Washington, D.C. and Baltimore up to Philadelphia. This is late tonight, so do not drive into the water. We could end up with 2 to 4 inches and some really gusty winds. When you even have a 45-mile-per-hour wind, you've had 3 inches of rain, you can take down trees too. So watch that tonight.
Rainy weekend up here. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're getting the latest now on the battle over President Trump's tariffs. A federal court blocked most of his sweeping tariffs on China and other countries as illegal, but an appeals court has agreed to temporarily keep the tariffs in place. Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce has the story. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, this trade war continues to be a real roller coaster, but this morning, for now, Trump's tariffs are back on while these court challenges play out. But all of this is only adding to that uncertainty being felt by small businesses, consumers, and Wall Street. This morning, trade war whiplash, an appeals court ruling the president's sweeping tariffs can continue for now while the courts fight this out. The decision coming less than 24 hours after a federal panel blocked most of Trump's tariffs, saying he doesn't have the authority to do this. The White House now appealing that decision while adamant that they have other avenues to carry out Trump's trade agenda.
As far as we're concerned, our trade agenda is moving forward.
In April, Trump bypassed Congress to declare a national emergency and impose his so-called reciprocal tariffs on nearly every U.S. trading partner. But that federal panel, including judges appointed by Reagan, Obama, and Trump, ruling that those tariffs are unlawful. That using a national emergency declaration exceeds any tariff authority delegated to the president. And yesterday, yet another federal judge ruled the tariffs were likely illegal, finding the president does not have the power to unilaterally impose tariffs to reorder the global economy. But for now, these tariffs are allowed to continue as the appeals process plays out, while Wall Street, small business owners, and American consumers ride out this roller coaster. The president's top economic advisor urging investors not to read too much into the on-again, off-again tariffs.
If there are little hiccups here or there because of decisions that activist judges make, then it shouldn't just concern you at all.
But retailers like Walmart, Macy's, and Ford among those already signaling there will be some price hikes because U.S. companies ultimately pay for these tariffs. Now, Trump has been using these staggering tariffs or the threat of them to try and force countries to negotiate new trade deals. This morning, the White House insists that those talks do continue, but there's no question the future of Trump's trade war is now in doubt and likely ultimately to be decided by the Supreme Court. George.
Okay, Mary. And on another front, RFK Jr. has released a report. They call it a Make America Healthy Again report, but it was riddled with errors.
Yeah, George, some of the citations in this report are really garbled and appear to bear the hallmark of having been created by artificial intelligence. This sweeping report, led by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., outlined what the administration believes are the root causes of childhood disease. But the footnotes include numerous errors. Some citations include the wrong authors. Others cite to studies that don't exist at all. Now, the White House says the mistakes are due to, quote, formatting issues and that they are being corrected. The press secretary stressing that they do not, quote, negate the substance of the report. George.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much. Rebecca.
Okay, George, thank you. We turn now to growing ethics questions concerning the president and his relationship with cryptocurrency. Overnight, the SEC dismissing a lawsuit against a major crypto exchange. Our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, has the latest. And Aaron, this was one of the last enforcements of crypto regulations. Now it's gone.
It sure is, Rebecca, and it's the latest sign that the Trump administration is turning away from crypto enforcement, and it happens to coincide with a benefit to the Trump family. The Securities and Exchange Commission dropping its lawsuit against Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, ending one of the last remaining crypto enforcement actions from the prior administration, which had accused Binance of mishandling customer money and other violations. Now, the dismissal comes days after Binance began listing USD1. This is a cryptocurrency launched by World Liberty Financial, the crypto firm started by President Trump's family. This month, World Liberty Financial has also announced the United Arab Emirates would invest in Binance using USD1, giving Trump a hand in a $2 billion deal, and critics say perhaps blurring the lines further between the president's policies and his private business. Michael?
All right, thank you, Aaron. We're going to turn now to thousands of students waiting to learn their fate as the president tries to prevent international students from enrolling at Harvard. Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang has the latest for us. And Selena, the university, they won a temporary victory. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Yeah, that's right. Harvard won a major victory, at least for now, with that federal judge blocking Trump's ban on international students. But the administration is now pursuing an aggressive new strategy that could impact schools across this country.
This morning, a reprieve for Harvard University. A federal judge blocking the president's ban on international students, at least for now. This year's commencement coinciding with that legal victory over the Trump administration.
Members of the class of 2025 from down the street, across the country, and around the world. Around the world, just as it should be.
The ruling is only temporary, and thousands of international students are still in limbo.
We got a good decision from the courts today, but we know that this is going to be a long legal battle.
And now a dramatic new escalation that could impact universities across the country. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announcing the U.S. will work to aggressively revoke visas of Chinese students, including those with connections to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in critical fields. The Trump administration has already accused Harvard of failing to confront anti-Semitic harassment and claims the school has coordinated with the Chinese Communist Party. Allegations Harvard denies. Former ambassador to China Nicholas Burns, now a Harvard professor, telling us there's already a rigorous vetting process.
Those who are a security risk should not have a visa, but that probably excludes the vast majority of the applicants and the vast majority of the 277,000 Chinese students in the United States.
But it's unclear how many Chinese students could be impacted by that State Department announcement. And as for Harvard, this legal battle continues with billions of dollars in federal funds frozen. A hearing on that is scheduled in July. George?
Selena Wang, thanks. Now to body cam video of a man opening fire, shooting 2 Ohio police officers during a traffic stop. The officers are in stable condition. The suspect on the run. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has the story.
This morning, the urgent manhunt for a suspect after this traffic stop in Ohio erupts in gunfire. It's all caught on this police body camera as the officers in Columbus, Ohio approach a vehicle just before 7 p.m. Wednesday. Then a passenger jumps out and takes off. There's a chase. Then a passenger trips, turns around, and opens fire, hitting both officers.
Shot fired. Officer down, officer down. I'm hit.
The other officer diving for cover.
Shots fired.
Police also releasing the surveillance video showing the passenger turn and fire. That passenger identified by police as 21-year-old Devontae Dixon. He's now facing charges of attempted murder and felony assault.
We still got a guy that's presumably armed and dangerous. He clearly has no regard for law enforcement or anybody else.
Police are grateful that the officers are in stable condition after one of them was initially critically wounded. According to the Gun Violence Archive, 134 law enforcement officers have been injured so far this year by gunfire. Rebecca?
All right, Pierre, thank you. We're going to turn now to the FBI, offering a new reward for information in the expanding manhunt for the former Arkansas police chief and convicted murderer. Faith Abube is on the scene for us. Good morning, Faith.
Yeah, good morning to you, Rebecca. There's a growing sense of urgency to try to get the former police chief back behind bars as quickly as possible. In fact, as people are driving through this area this morning, they're being handed these flyers from the FBI showing there's up to $10,000 on the table for information leading to his arrest. Search crews are still scouring wooded areas, abandoned houses, even caves trying to locate the 56-year-old. We saw a school bus yesterday being stopped at a checkpoint as authorities continue looking for the fugitive. They say say is armed and dangerous. The former police chief was serving decades for murder and rape. He was caught on surveillance video on Sunday walking out of this prison in a makeshift uniform. Investigators say a guard opened a secured gate for him because they thought he was an officer. In the meantime, though, in Louisiana, 2 inmates are still on the run after 8 of them, or 10 altogether, escaped that prison 2 weeks ago. And now officials have raised the reward in that case as well, $50,000 each for the remaining inmates, Antoine Massey and Derek Groves. George.
Okay, Faith, thank you. We're going to go overseas now to Israel and the possibility of a ceasefire in the war with Hamas in Gaza. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is in Tel Aviv. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. President Trump and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff submitting this new ceasefire and hostage release plan with Israeli backing. The idea is a 60-day ceasefire, the release of 10 living hostages and the bodies of 18 others. In exchange, Israel would release some Palestinian prisoners, withdraw its forces to a buffer zone and allow more vital aid in. Now, Hamas is reviewing the document. It's yet to give a formal response, but it seems doubtful it's going to be acceptable, above all because it wants a commitment to end the war for good. Overnight, Israel again bombing Gaza. Scenes of desperation on the ground as people clamour for this desperately short food aid. Israel broke the last ceasefire, remember, in early March and has been bombing since then. But international pressure on Israel from the US and others has been growing for an end to the war. For now, though, the bombing, the death and the desperation continues. Guys, that ceasefire can't come soon enough.
And we cannot agree more enough with that there, Ian. Thank you so much. Can't come soon enough. We're going to turn now to the NBA playoffs. We'll read it here. The Knicks are still in it to win it.
They sure are. Good morning. Where'd you get those pants, brother? Those orange pants last night.
Special delivery.
Yeah, custom for Strahan. By Strahan. You were looking good. So are the Knicks. George, as I've been saying all along, teams that go down 3-1 in the playoffs. No. They come back 4.4% of the time. That's what we're focused on this time around.
Following these numbers.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference Finals live on. Madison Square Garden absolutely rocking last night, as Michael can attest to. The Knicks, in what could be their final home game of the season, could have been their final game at all of the season, met the moment. They never trailed in the game. The Knicks led again by Jalen Brunson with a game-high 32 points. Karl Anthony Towns with 24 points. For the third straight game, Brunson and Towns, the second pair of teammates ever to each score 20-plus points in each of the first 5 games of a conference finals since Shaq and Kobe in 2002. Brunson saying, our backs were against the wall. We got to give it everything we have. The Pacers were so good in Game 4, they only made 40% of their shots this time around. The Knicks never trailing in the game. The star-studded crowd, which included the Spike, Stiller, Chalamet, Hydra, plus Kylie Jenner, plus Miles Teller, plus Michael Strahan in his orange pants, which are conveniently cut off in these images, had a lot to cheer for, but the numbers still clearly favor. There they are. The numbers favor Indiana. They have a chance to close it out Saturday night. They have not lost consecutive games since March.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Something. But the game was great last night. I was thinking about you in spirit. Sitting next to Gail.
Yeah, thinking about me, but not inviting me. Those are two very different things.
We'll work on that part.
Yeah,
but, I'm there with Gail King, and the whole game, Gail's like, be careful. She's yelling at the be careful. I said, what do you mean? Tell me, got to be careful. Anyway, love you, Gail.
Tired this morning, too.
Yeah, everybody's tired.
Thank you, Will. Coming up, a new summer rip current warning.
Plus, the new rules in the air and the new fines some airline passengers may encounter.
And a new National Spelling Bee champ joins us live. All right, it's Friday, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to GMA. Miley Cyrus releasing that new music video overnight, along with her new album. Well, that sounds like a hit already. Yeah, she got something big that fans are still waiting for. Sam Champion's here with all the details coming up in Pop News.
Love Sam's Friday Pop News. Never know what he's going to bring. First new at 7:30, Just Perma says an IT specialist working for the Defense Intelligence Agency was charged with trying to give classified information to a foreign government. Prosecutors allege the 28-year-old wrote that he did not agree with the values of the current administration and was therefore willing to share the information. Also, 2 huge concerts set for last night and tonight at Fenway Park have been canceled. There were structural issues with the stage. Shakira was supposed to perform last night at the Boston Ballpark with Jason Aldean, Brooks and Dunn tonight. Ticket holders can get refunds.
And mortgage rates climbed for a third straight week, reaching their highest level since January. The average 30-year fixed is now just under 7%. This comes as pending home sales declined more than 6% in April. And the Women's College World Series started with a bang for Oklahoma. Sophomore Ella Parker crushes a towering home run, giving the Sooners the walk-off win over Tennessee.
Wow.
Yep. Oklahoma coach Patty Gasso gave the four-time defending champions a little extra motivation before their comeback. She pointed out all the fans leaving before the game was over. They thought Oklahoma was done. She knew they weren't. Oklahoma's next game is Saturday against Texas, right here on ABC. It's not over till it's over.
That is right.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling. We're going to turn now to a summer rip current warning with beach season here. There's new expert advice for surviving a rip current. Victor Okendo joins us from Miami Beach. And Victor, you went to the water for us. Good morning.
We did. Good morning, Michael. Experts tell us that one reason swimmers get into trouble, especially kids or people who are from out of town, swimming in the ocean is much different than swimming in a pool. This is a much more dynamic setting that can quickly and easily become overwhelming. So this morning we'll help you avoid the danger and the new advice from experts on how to avoid any trouble.
We're in Melbourne Beach, Florida, searching for rip currents. Just earlier this month, a young girl caught in a rip current helped by a bystander using a drone to deliver a flotation device. Thankfully, she survived.
What makes a rip current so dangerous?
They're out there every day, and surfers and watermen, we use them to our advantage to get out past the waves and enjoy them. But if you don't know and you bring your family from inland America somewhere, you can find yourself into trouble and it can be a fatal day.
We're focusing on 2 points that can help keep you alive. First, how to spot them so you can stay out of them. While rip currents can sometimes be impossible to see, there are clues you should look for. Here in Melbourne Beach, the most clear indicator are these dips in the shoreline where the water stretches further up onto the beach.
What I like to tell people is where there's a dip, there's a rip. Have you ever been on the beach and the tides come in and wet all your stuff, but the people along each side of you are dry? You're in the rip. Stay out of it.
Other signs can be found on the surface of the water. Look for white foam like this, or debris being pulled away from the shore. Or they could look like this, that flat area where the waves aren't breaking, created by a rip current. And the most obvious signs of danger, areas along jetties or piers, and of course red flags. When in doubt, ask a lifeguard.
Here we go.
Next, if you do get caught in a current, how to escape it. NOAA now says the age-old advice of swimming parallel to shore may not always work. So I put myself into one to show you why.
It's taking us to the left,
which is parallel to shore. So for me, that is not the safest path out.
The current can pull you to the left, it can pull you to the right, it can also spin you in a circle.
It's chaotic and disorienting. Human instinct wants you to fight for your life, but experts say it's that panic, exerting too much energy, trying to swim against the current that leads to death.
I just tried swimming against the current. I'd say I made it maybe 10, 15 yards, and you can hear me. I'm out of gas.
Experts say most people can't swim more than about 50 yards without needing to touch bottom. If you get caught in a rip, you might have to swim 3 to 4 times that to get back to shore, meaning even if you can swim out of the current, you may not have the strength to get to safety.
I'm pretty tired. And the idea of having to go another 50 or 60 yards back to shore, I don't think I can make that.
So instead, experts now urging do less.
The key is not to panic. Let that current take you out and then flip and float. Some people call it floating like a leaf.
Legs up, back of the head against the water, and using only gentle movements. This will relax you, conserve energy, and help you stay above water longer. It'll also give you a beat to determine which direction the current is flowing. If you can, swim perpendicular to that direction, like swimming to the side of a river. When you no longer feel the pull, swim at an angle back to shore. If you can't, just float until help arrives.
Use your hands to signal somebody, and you should be okay.
And that's why swimming in front of a lifeguard is always the safest place to swim. They sit up high for a reason so that they can see more. But if you do spot someone who's in trouble and there's not a lifeguard around, NOAA says you should take 10. That is 10 seconds to signal someone else for help. Call 911 and then grab something that floats. It could be a boogie board, something like a cooler. That would work too. Whatever will help you either reach that victim or be able to throw them something. Whatever you do, do not attempt to rescue without some kind of flotation device. Guys?
Very, very valuable advice there.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Victor. And I like the do less advice, too, while you're in the water. I'm all for doing less.
Anytime. It's good advice anytime.
It works in a lot of places. Now, with a new travel debate that's got people divided across the aisle. Yes, literally. It is all about what happens once your plane touches down, and Sam's back to tell us all about it.
Look, are you ready for this conversation? Are your seat backs upright and your tray tables in their fully locked position? Buckle up for this one. Some airline passengers are feeling cabin pressure. You've seen the videos of people complaining in the cabin, right? So let's say your plane lands, and before you can even turn off the seatbelt sign, folks are jumping up to get to their destination, and they're rushing the aisle. Well, one country is cracking down because, folks, the best way to board a plane is row by row, and the best way to onboard a plane is row by row. Turkey has a new fine for some passengers. The first part is obvious, right? Also a rule. Here in the U.S., passengers are not allowed to unfasten your seatbelt and stand up, open the overhead compartments until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. But the next part is what's causing the huge debate. Has it ever happened to you? Has somebody shoved you as you're trying to get out of your seat to get to the door first? And I'm not talking about someone who has a connection. I'm talking about someone who just wants to get off the plane.
It sounds like it's happened to you.
George, do I look heated already? Because I feel like my blood pressure is high. Yes. All right, well, if this bugs you too, you'll be happy to know the internet has dubbed the folks who stand in the aisle and rush forward aisle lice. Now, I don't approve of that. The Turkish authorities saying that the new fine, quote, do not stand up or proceed in the aisle before it is your turn row by row to exit. Passengers who do not comply with the rules will be reported and an administrative fine will be imposed. This sounds like a lot. So how much is the fine, you're asking probably?
Yes.
Right?
What is the fine? How much is the fine?
Thank you for asking, Michael. It's about $67. And if it's not clear that any U.S. airlines are going to impose this fine yet, but the Turkish airlines are, and I don't know if it even helps yet, but has it happened to you?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I feel for the flight attendants who have to play teacher in all of this. I mean, people, just behave yourselves.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So now the airlines will just start charging you $67 to cut in line.
Yeah, right. George sees it a little differently.
$67 and you get to get up early, George.
$67 and I'm off first.
You'll get a flag and you can just run down the aisle.
$67 to be rude to everybody else.
George just checks that fee box at checkout for the.
I'm glad you're not running the airline, George.
That may have solved it. All right.
Another play of the day. The winner of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, 13-year-old Faizan Zaki from Allen, Texas, beat 242 other competitors to take the championship title. It was the 100th anniversary of this tradition, and Faizan joins us now. Congratulations. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great this morning. I probably got more sleep than you did.
Yeah, I only got 2 hours last night.
Oh. How are you feeling this morning?
Definitely tired, so after this I'm probably going to sleep, but definitely also excited from the adrenaline. So,
I'll bet you are. One of the other reasons you're tired is you have quite a training regimen. Why don't you walk everybody through how you prepared for this tournament?
So every day, once I get home from school, I open a dictionary and look for words that I don't recognize, and I write it down on like a Google Sheet or a Google Doc. So I do this for about 5 to 6 hours on
every day?
Weekdays. Yeah, and then 7 to 8 on weekends. So yeah.
Wow. 5 to 6 hours on weekdays, 7 to 8 on weekends. That is a full-time job on top of school. Are you going to miss it? Or are you going to?
Yeah.
But you don't seem too bothered by it. You also
it's.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say, like, it's not that bad. Like, I enjoy doing it. I am glad it's over now, though.
What's your next challenge?
So I really enjoy math. So maybe I can try getting into the International Math Olympiad. But yeah.
So I mean, you impressed a lot of people with your casual style on stage. You're wearing your lucky hoodie, right there. You call the judges bro.
Yeah.
How did you develop that confidence? How did you develop the confidence? Are you really as calm as you appear?
I mean, yeah. So, like, I mean, I've been in this for 7 years. So, like, at this point, I'm not really that nervous. I'm definitely confident, but not too overconfident. I also have that like casual style. So, yeah. I mean, I kind of at this point I do know Dr. Bailey a little bit personally. So, I just called him bro, like in the spur of the moment. But, yeah.
We saw you hit the ground after the win. Tell us what was going through your mind in that moment.
It was all a blur. I was just so excited, and like after I spelled my word, you could hear like at the end when I spelled my word, I was kind of like losing breath, and like those last couple letters I was like gasping for air. So I was just like hyperventilating from like the excitement. But yeah.
I've never even heard of your winning word before. Why don't you spell it for everybody and tell us what it means?
So the word is éclairci small, ECLAIRCISSEMENT, and it just means like enlightenment. But yeah, and it's from French.
So when you heard it, did you know exactly what it meant? Did you know the word, or did you kind of work your way through it?
I immediately recognized it. So if you go back to the recording, you can see like as soon as Dr. Bailey said the word, I just went for it. So yeah, I definitely didn't like do it fast, especially because of the mishap that happened a couple of rounds early. But yeah.
Well, congratulations. You did great. It was so much fun to have you on with us this morning. Enjoy your nap.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That was so sweet. Éclaircissement. Enlightenment. We're all enlightened.
When you're the smartest guy in the room, you can be chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Good
bro.
for him, though. That's amazing work ethic.
Coming up, I'm going to tell you about one couple's path to becoming debt-free, changing their lives to pay off $200,000 and still go on a dream vacation, and they spared themselves aisle chaos by following the rules. It's all coming up.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Severe storm slamming the south. A tornado in Georgia leaving a teen critically injured. Heavy rain and strong winds whipping across parts of the region as the threat moves east. Plus, the out-of-control Canadian wildfires, the smoke on the move into the U.S. right now. Ginger is tracking it all.
Free and clear.
Hello, my name is Tinsley, and I am debt-free.
One couple's journey to becoming debt-free, sharing how they created a 5-year plan to pay off $200,000 and rewarded themselves with a dream vacation.
And we have a dazzling performance for you this morning. Disney on Broadway stars from South Korea, Japan, and Times Square. It's just for GMA. As we say,
Good morning, America! Ohayou gozaimasu, America! Good morning, America!
Live from Times Square, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
As we heard it many times, and even in different languages. Good morning, America. I want you to get ready for a magic carpet ride. We're meeting performers in Disney musicals in other countries for a live event you do not want to miss. That is coming up.
It's so much fun. And Tori Johnson is here with deals and steals that are clever solutions for everything from charging your tech to looking your best. Everything at least half off.
Also had our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Taryn Arula, is here with a new warning about dietary supplements. Some are sending people to the ER. That's coming up. First, a look at the top stories breaking at 8. We're going to start with the severe storms taking aim at the East Coast this morning after the South was slammed with dangerous weather, including a tornado. Ginger, of course, is tracking it. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, George. So we saw 8 reported tornadoes, Texas, Colorado, Florida. But this one, south of Atlanta, ripped through quickly. And it was actually actor Trey Chaney from The Wire, his home. He was in there. His son, who was 18, was also ripped from their home. He is in the ICU this morning. So we're thinking about that. And this same tornado captured on video from Interstate 75. Look at it crossing the interstate there. We are really lucky that more people weren't hurt by this. But watch what happens this afternoon. Atlanta, you are back in the severe threat. So after the noon hour, I'd say Atlanta, but Macon, Columbia, Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, all this afternoon, I'd say between 3 and 5. Just be ready. Have 2 ways of getting warnings because we've got damaging wind, embedded tornadoes. It's going going to rip through real fast, and then it's going to slow down a little, add a little bump of moisture, and that's why we see an elevated risk of flash flooding all the way back through West Virginia. You see where you've got Charlottesville, Virginia, up to Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia. That's tonight for up to 4 inches of rain. So if that falls really quickly, don't drive if you get a flash flood warning, Rebecca.
Thank you, Ginger. And as you said, we are thinking about Trey's son in the ICU this morning. Okay, we turn now to an emotional day of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. A former assistant alleging that Combs sexually assaulted her on multiple occasions. Let's go back to Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning again to you, Rebecca. His former assistant said Sean Combs could ask for 17,000 things at once, anything from cracking his knuckles to doing his taxes. And she said she feared she could never tell him no. She'll be back on the witness stand here today, where she's telling the jury of physical violence and sexual assault. This morning, a former assistant to Sean Combs, testifying under the pseudonym Mia, returns to the witness stand where she's tearfully and haltingly describing 8 years at a workplace she called chaotic and toxic, and that included physical and sexual violence. He has thrown things at me. He has thrown me against the wall. He has thrown me into a pool. He has also sexually assaulted me. Combs denies sexually assaulting anyone, but Mia told the jury it happened more than once. The courtroom silent, the jury rapt as Mia, sobbing and with stilted speech, recalled sleeping in a bunk bed in Combs's Los Angeles home and waking to the weight of a person on top of me. Who was on top of you? A prosecutor asked. Mia replied, Huff. Why didn't you tell him no? Because I couldn't tell him no. I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich. I couldn't tell him no about anything. She said she told no one what happened. I was going to die with this. I didn't want anyone to know ever. Mia said she worried Combs would fire me and ruin my future and somehow twist the story into making me look like a threat. Mia also testifying about her sister-like relationship with Combs' ex, Cassie Ventura, and her attempt to intervene when she said Combs smashed Ventura's head into a bed, leaving this scar. He threw me against the wall so quick and so easily, I realized we were in real danger.
So the overall effect of Mia's testimony is really adding that foundation to Cassie's testimony. It's solidifying it for the jury, and it's showing what the prosecution is looking to illustrate, that this is a pattern and practice of behavior.
Federal prosecutors said Combs subjected Mia to forced labor, including sex, as part of a criminal enterprise that he denies running. She gave some of the trial's most harrowing testimony yet. And at one point, Michael, we saw Sean Combs' son hanging his head. Michael?
Yeah, Aaron, I'm pretty sure it's hard for those kids to hear anything that comes up in this trial. Thank you so much for that. We're going to turn now to the Karen Reed murder retrial. After more than 6 weeks of testimony, the prosecution resting its case yesterday, and now the defense is ready to call its first witness this morning. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has the story. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. After 23 days of testimony, the prosecution resting its case by having Karen Reed address the jury herself. The prosecution playing an interview Reed gave Discovery ID in which she asks, what if I clipped him in the knee? Referring to her then boyfriend, Boston cop John O'Keefe. She faces second-degree murder charges, accused of reversing her Lexus SUV into him during a blizzard in January of 2022 and leaving him to die in the snow. And today, the defense begins its case. Reed says it'll be a much more robust case than during the first trial, could last up to 2 weeks. First up will be a cell phone forensics expert, and the two most important witnesses who haven't spoken. The first is lead homicide investigator Michael Proctor, who was since fired after sending derogatory text messages about Reed during the investigation. And when asked if she would testify, Reed answered, TBD. From the get-go, Reed's team saying she never hit anyone with her car that night, instead suggesting investigators covered up what really happened. The only thing both sides agree on, Officer John O'Keefe was beloved by everyone. Guys.
All right, Matt, thank you for that. We appreciate you. And coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, a warning about some dietary supplements causing liver damage and even fatalities. Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Tara Narula is here with what you need to watch out for.
Also ahead, I'll tell you how one couple paid off $200,000 in debt and went on a dream vacation. They are sharing their tips.
Plus, a big debate put to rest. When is the best time to shower, according to science? Believe it or not, Sam's going to bring you that answer after Pop News investigation, and he's got some special guests.
George, showering science, all right here. And it's not my fault I'm out of breath. The Aladdins made me do push-ups. These are the extraordinary performers who have played Aladdin and Jasmine, not Alasmin, Aladdin and Jasmine. All here as we celebrate the AA and HBI Heritage Month with a live special event that's coming up right here. You guys ready? Honestly, ready? All right, we'll be right back.
You got me. We are back now with our GMA cover story, a health alert about herbal dietary supplements. A growing number of people are ending up in the ER with serious liver injuries caused by supplements. In fact, a recent analysis shows supplements may now account for up to 1 in 5 cases of drug-induced liver damage in the U.S. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here with what you need to know. And Dr. Narula, thank you. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
But what type of supplements cause the most concern, and why are they, quote, natural supplements that's sending people to the ER as well?
Well, this industry has really taken off. You know, in 1993, there were about 4,000 herbal and dietary supplements on the market. Now we're talking about over 80,000. 20% of Americans are taking herbal supplements. It's a $15 billion industry. Mostly women, mostly people who are older. And people really do it because they think they're helping themselves. They're taking something natural. They want to improve their health, maybe treat a chronic symptom or condition. The problem is that these are pharmacologically and biologically active substances, just like prescription medications are. And so there can be risks associated. And in fact, as you mentioned, we are seeing a big rise in liver injury from some of these supplements, both in the United States and in Europe. About 20% of drug-induced liver injury is now considered to be from supplements. Wow. The people who have been listed for liver transplants, that number has increased 8-fold from 1995 to 2020. And this can cause death and risk for liver transplant. So it's a big deal. And when you look at the list, it's wide-ranging. Things like turmeric, green tea extracts, some weight loss supplements, bodybuilding supplements, black cohosh, which a lot of women take for menopause. So there's a big list there of potential culprits.
And they're not regulated like prescription medications.
That is the real thing that I think people don't understand. So supplements are considered foods. They are not regulated in the same way as drugs. And so manufacturers do not have to prove safety, efficacy, or quality before they end up on the market. They don't have to report post-market adverse effects. And so what can happen is once those drugs are out there, then the FDA is playing catch up and trying to then go and recall drugs when there's a problem. The issue with supplements is that they can be mislabeled. They can have other things in them. So they have been found to have prescription medications, bacteria, chemicals, heavy metals, pesticides. They can have either more or less than the active amount of drug that you think or a chemical that's in there. So it's a real big issue that just a lot of people are not aware of.
Yeah, and the prevalence. If you scroll through your feed on social media, I think about this every few minutes. I'm being served up an ad for one of these things. Right. And I'm sure people make a really solid case for why you should take one. And there's a lot of people taking them as a result. What do you do if you are taking something, and how do you know if it's safe?
Well, you need to talk to your doctor. And so a lot of times when we ask patients, what are you taking? They're not telling us, their physicians, about their supplements, either because they don't think it's important or because they just don't want to bring it up. But the reality is it is important. In fact, I just had a patient last week, an elderly woman on multiple meds. Suddenly her liver function test went up. We didn't know, is it her statin or is it something else? And she said, I started a new supplement. She stopped it, the liver test went back to normal. So really important to discuss this, right? You can bring in your bottles and show your physician. There's a website that people can go to called Liver Talks where you can plug in your supplement and it will give you some information. You can look for those third-party certification seals. There are certain companies that do that. That will help you to tell if it's more safe. It won't ensure the efficacy of it. And also it's important for people to know they can interact with prescription drugs too. Right. So, for example, St. John's worts can affect statins, ginkgo can affect blood thinners. So it's really important to talk to your doctor.
And during pregnancy, I remember during pregnancy too, there's a lot of things you shouldn't be taking even if you are okay to take them when you're not.
Absolutely. So always bring it up, discuss risks and benefits.
Smart. Eye-opener.
Yeah, it really was. Thank you.
Thanks.
We're going to move now to our Money Smart series. We'll look at how one couple wiped out $200,000 in debt, rewarded themselves with a dream vacation. Rebecca here with all the details.
Yes, and it wasn't easy, George, but after going deep into the red with school loans, Tinsley Crisp and her husband knew something had to change, so they came up with a 5-year plan, and now they're sharing what they learned.
Hello, my name is Tinsley, and I am debt-free.
Debt-free, 2 words 31-year-old Tinsley Crisp couldn't imagine saying when she and her husband Ben amassed $200,000 of student loans.
It felt like I would never accomplish this goal. I would be paying this off until the day that I died.
Student loan debt has reached a staggering $1.63 trillion in the United States, and more borrowers are struggling to pay it off. Tinsley and her husband were determined to get ahead, so they met with a financial planner and created a 5-year plan.
We said, this is how much we're making. This is how much debt there is. These are our goals. And from there, we established a budget. We established the timeline.
Her tips: get really specific with your budget.
We really wanted to account for everything, and I mean like everything. It came down to, we were planning out when I bought my shampoo and my conditioner.
She made sacrifices, little to no traveling over the 5 years.
Whenever we chose to miss friends' weddings, family vacations, maybe even extra trips to visit family just for the holidays, it was tough.
After 5 years, she and her husband were able to reward themselves, debt-free, with a trip to Greece.
To get to that moment and to enjoy that vacation really felt like our dream becoming a reality.
It can become a reality. Tinsley shares 13 tips in all. One of them is to embrace odd jobs, something anyone could do. They did everything from babysitting to running errands for others, hosting a trivia night at a local bar, a little extra cash there. Another way to make a dent in your debt is to find ways to earn cash back. There's even apps that can help you do that. You might even be able to install a movement tracker on your car to get a discount on insurance. The bottom line is you do what adds up, you behave smart, and then you treat yourself. Have that thing in the yeah, exactly. Go to Greece.
Yeah.
But it helps to have that in the in the mirror out there, something to look forward to. This is why you're doing this.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Friday Pop News.
Let's do Friday Pop News, George. And if I was going to have anything with me, it would be a top pony. Did you know? All will be explained later. Did you know it's a national holiday? Happy holiday. Well, it is for me anyway. Happy Miley Cyrus New Music Day to all who celebrate. And that certainly does include me. The singer dropping her 9th studio album, Something Beautiful, overnight. And of course, she gave fans more, releasing a music video for her song Easy Lover. Miley bringing back that top pony.
You got the love I always need. Tell me the horses and still wouldn't leave you. But you're not an easy lover.
Fringed chaps, easy, breezy, on your way to the grocery store. Something Beautiful features 13 tracks that Cyrus describes as one-of-a-kind pop opera fueled by fantasy, like my every morning. USA Today saying Miley is at her creative peak, and they are right. On the album where bangers and ballads exist in harmony, Something Beautiful is streaming everywhere right now, and that's not all. Cyrus has co-directed a 55-minute visual film that will premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival on June 6th. Wow, is she busy. And it will hit theaters on June 12th. Wow.
Sam, I am really disappointed you didn't come in with a top pony.
I wanted to, George, but it would have had to have been weaved in there, and that just took too much time. And that's usually on Tuesdays anyway.
I just had a visual. I'm glad you didn't come in with a top pony.
All right, and now it's time to return to the buildings. And by that, I mean the Only Murders in the Building building. Selena Gomez is revealing new casting information for season 5 with a brand new video. Here it is.
So you're coming back for season 5? Well, I think that depends on... No. That wasn't a question. So you're coming back for season 5?
Oh, we're going to play it twice? Well, Gomez making a reference to Streep's famous line in The Devil Wears Prada. No, that's not a question. Only Murders in the Building social accounts posted that video with the caption, "Gird your loins, Meryl is returning for season 5. That's all. Production is currently underway, but no word yet on when it will hit our screens. So you guys are going to tune in for season 5. Mm-hmm. No, that wasn't a question.
Nicely played.
Only Rebecca. I only got you with that one. All right. And finally, let's talk about your shower habits. Yes, yours. The question is, should your cleanliness be next to coffee or cozy comforters? Now, here's what I mean by that. Should you shower in the morning or at night? Well, one expert is starting the conversation with their opinion. She says morning showers are best because, guys, our sheets aren't necessarily as clean as we think we are, and therefore, we are not as clean as we think we are after an evening shower and a good night's sleep. I'm not going to ruin your breakfast, but Google skin and sleep and sweat and all that. All right. Survey says 60% of us shower in the morning.
Well, how about you shower in the morning and you shower at night? Very simple. And then if you work out during the day, you shower again. Yeah, I'm clean, man.
Only 60% shower in the morning?
To me, it's a necessary thing.
You know what? I am literally looking at our crew going, which one of you filthy animals?
Let's go to Ginger.
I got an idea right there.
Oh, no.
Sam, you told me top pony day was today.
Ginger!
Hey, I'll do it on Tuesday again so we can match, but whatever it takes. And I did shower this morning.
It is time for Deals and Steals, and Tori Johnson is here with more clever solutions, bringing us everyday products to help simplify your life. Tori, great to see you.
Good morning. We are starting with supportive wear from Shaperman.
Thank you.
So we've got all of their best sellers, including this one right here, this tank top that has 360 shaping. So they like to say goodbye to love handles and muffin tops. None of that's going to be there because you've got this smooth shaping all the way around. We also have their ruching bikini bottom. So this is like the great go-to for summer. It's got this great ruching in front that covers any little bulges that you might not want to be seen, but also has their extreme shaping technology. And then tops and bottoms, big assortment. It's all slash and half and free shipping from Shaperman.
We love it. And I love these straps. They're not going to dig in.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay. After a long day, these are the shoes that you want to put on from Oka.
Light.
They're made in America, great for recovery. So very lightweight, cushiony. They also have this nice texture here that's going to help with circulation in every step, and the deep heel cup for great support. We've got flip-flops and slides for men and women. These are comfortable and they're 50% off.
We love that.
We love that. Checks every box. You guys know and love number 7. We've got 6 different collections from them. One of their absolute most popular is Future Renew. This one right here. It's all about damage reversal for all the signs of aging in as few as 4 weeks with consistent use. That one specifically is the damage reversal serum. So it's going to tackle everything from dryness to wrinkles. Again, when you use as they recommend, you will see results. It's a line that you love because it's efficacious formulas, really accessible prices. With our deal, everything slashed in half, $9 to $25, and free shipping from number 7.
And this is going on. It's so nice and smooth. It's not like that tacky feeling sometimes you get.
All right. Speaking of smoothing, wrinkles, schminkles. These are really great silicone patches. That right there is my favorite one. So silicone patches, reusable, medical grade silicone that's going to help temporarily smooth out those wrinkles. These ones right here, the self-dissolving microneedle patches, these are infused with collagen, peptides, hyaluronic acid that kind of just flood that area where there's a line that you want to see move away.
Yes.
That's going to do the trick. It's when you need that like quick fix and you're so impressed with the results. We also have their peel polish, their peel pads that are great 2-minute exfoliating treatment. These start at $7.50. Whole assortment slashed
These
in
look
half.
fabulous.
All right.
Okay.
Glow your own way with B-Tan. This was recommended by viewers. You asked me to bring B-Tan. It is skincare infused self tanner. All the different shades. So you can go from, I think this one is insanely dark to a gradual glow. We've got all of their options, and it's also infused with really great ingredients. These are slashed in half. They start at $4.50. And then finally, we've got really great chargers, brand new options from Limitless. We've got a 5-device charger right here that uses just one plug and one socket in the outlet. This one though might be one of my favorites because look how thin that is. This is a really great one for on the go. Big assortments for travel and everyday, all slashed in half and free shipping starting at $20.
You always bring it, Tori. Thank you. And we've partnered with all these companies on these deals. Get them on our website. And coming up, a Disney performance to remember. Stay with us.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
We are celebrating AANHPI Heritage Month with one of the stars from Disney's Aladdin on Broadway, Don Daryl Rivera, also known as DDR, flew across the world to meet his fellow castmates in the Korea and Japan productions of Aladdin. And Juju Chang is here with a look of his trip, which is a trip of a lifetime. Juju, good morning.
Absolutely, guys. It was such a blast. It was fun to hang out with him, and it was as if we took a magic carpet ride to the land of K-pop, where I was born, as you guys know, and to Tokyo, where DDR, as a Filipino-American, got to explore all sorts of Asian culture and fashion. And honestly, there is nothing like hanging out with the coolest evil sidekick on Broadway.
That evil laugh is Iago's calling card in Disney's Aladdin on Broadway, created by performer Don Darryl Rivera. He traveled across the Pacific to meet his Iago counterparts in Asia. First stop, Seoul.
Since I was really little, I have seen many Disney shows and movies, and I still can't believe I'm in a Disney theater show.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Next stop, the sprawling Gwangjang Food Market with Chef Austin Kang of Seoul hotspot Mukdong.
Look at all this like vegetables
Wow.
and.
Watch out, watch out.
Watch out.
감사합니다.
Wow. I feel like my soul is like up here, literally. Everything is so good.
So what do you think food is so ingrained in identity and culture?
Food is what brings everyone together. Like for example, for us too, it's our first time meeting each other. But what puts us together? It's this, the food.
Yeah.
Wow.
잘 비비세요.
Wow, look
She
at
said,
that.
mix it well. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, this is so good. 너무 맛있어요. Welcome to Korea.
Time to work off those calories with a K-pop dance class at the world-famous 1 Million Dance Studio.
Turn and 1, 2.
Hoo-young Park has worked with some of K-pop's biggest bands, like The Boys and EXO.
All right, you ready to become a K-pop star?
Yes.
You're so good.
Next, we traveled to the land of the rising sun,
Ohayo gozaimasu.
where Don Darryl met Tokyo's Iago.
What do you think it is about the story of Aladdin that appeals to Japanese audiences?
The show has an energy that really sort of brings everyone together, kind of like a whirlwind.
And a special visit to Kabuki-za, home to the revered Japanese theater tradition of kabuki.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Don Darryl was honored to meet kabuki star Matsuya Inoue.
The first step is putting this cap on. As you see, this is the base for my wig, and then I put on my base makeup.
Another headliner, Ukon Inoue, a sixth-generation kabuki actor.
Thank you so much for having us.
These costumes are handmade.
I didn't know this was happening.
Yes.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You're getting emotional.
I am getting emotional.
So sweet.
My parents gave up a lot to be in America. And now I have this opportunity to connect with other actors and artists all over the world. I mean, I'm just so grateful.
From the 400-year-old kabuki tradition to today's culture of kawaii, or cute, on steroids.
So I'm gonna get this.
Don Darryl popped into 6% Doki Doki in trendy Harajuku.
Can you make me kawaii cool?
Yes.
Good. It's time to go kawaii! Sugoi! Let's do this. I think we found it. Well, Sasami-san, what do you think? Am I kawaii?
Kawaii.
He is super kawaii, super cute. And you know, DDR, fun fact, was part of the original cast of Aladdin on Broadway, going strong 11 years and counting. And as the son of immigrants, he really was able to explore a wide range of cultures and reflect on what it means to be Asian American. And of course, we'll have much more of the humiliating K-pop scenes on Nightline tonight.
You had a good time.
I did. I had a great time.
I mean, I want to go. We were all making travel notes. This that was so much fun. All right, so from Broadway to Seoul to Tokyo, GMA is taking a magic carpet ride of our own to the other side of the world with Disney on Broadway. In honor of AAN HBI Heritage Month, we have an exclusive performance for you guys featuring the Korean, Japanese, and New York's Broadway cast members from Aladdin, The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen. So let's just take it away, guys. Take it away.
A whole new world. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Wop, 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 wop. Hit it! Wop, wop, wop. Oh my! Ha ha ha! 그 알리바바와 42인의 도적들 열려라 참깨로 좀 날렸지. 그대 난 개탔어 걔네 잽도 안 돼 이거 요술에 반하면 놀라운 파워 이게 왔다야 이걸로 총알 한번 채워봐 무적의 펀치 뿅뿅 야호 하하 요렇게 문지르면 내가 짠 나타나 미스터 알라딘 설 소원을 말해봐 뿅 하면요 다 네 거죠 진짜 나 같은 친구 진짜 너 같은 친구 너는 진짜 완전 짱이야 와와와 좋아 진짜 완전 짱이지 Be our guestお客様が見えたよ今宵大事なひとときお迎えすぐにオードブルさあ召し上がれ素敵なサービスいたしますからねお皿も味もフランス仕立てこれ以上のものはないお好みのメニューお選びくださいねさあさあどうぞビアゲスト愛を感じる夜の静まに生き星いけるものは今宵一つにアパプアという国の王子床にひれ伏しお辞儀を悪いやつらも彼の前では震え上がるよプリンスアリーバラバラバババババ
ねえちょっと変なこと言ってもいい？あなたと
君と出会えた初めてのこのときめき二人だから扉開けて踏み出そうよ今扉開けよA new world with new horizons to pursue I'll chase them anywhere there's despair let me share this whole new world with you Love a happy ending. For you and me.
We've We've got some Disney Plus news this morning. The streaming service has launched a new Perks program offering viewers rewards like access to one-of-a-kind experiences, sweepstakes, and special discounts. You could even win a 4-night cruise on the Disney Destiny, the newest ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet, or tickets to the Freakier Friday world premiere. You can check it out at perks.disneyplus.com.
Here now with our in-house presidential historian, Mark Updegrove, who's out with a new book, Make Your Mark, Lessons in Character from 7 Presidents. Thanks for coming in today.
Good to be with you. It's a hard act to follow, George. Aladdin, that is a hard act to follow.
Welcome to morning television. So I love the title, Make Your Mark, Lessons in Character from 7 Presidents. What do you hope people get out of it?
Well, 2,500 years ago, the Greeks wrote that character is destiny. And I want to show that that sentiment is as true today as it was nearly 3 millennia ago. And it's reflected, I think, most clearly in the character of our presidents. So I wrote about the presidents that I've known, I've spent time with, and in whose legacies we can see the character has really, in some ways, steered the destiny of our nation and, to a large degree, the world.
You sum up the presidents in 1 or 2 words. Reagan, optimism. Obama, grace. For George W. Bush, you said giving back, and you have a very specific example to show that.
And that's the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, a program he put in place in 2003 as the AIDS epidemic was ravaging much of the world, in particular sub-Saharan Africa. The acronym is PEPFAR. PEPFAR went into place, and since that time, nearly a little over 20 years after it's been put into place, it has saved the lives of 28 million people across the world. That's nearly the population of Australia that we have saved through this program, which costs the American taxpayers relatively little money. But that shows the character of George
Yeah, we've seen
W. Bush.
huge cutbacks in the last several months by Elon Musk and Donald Trump. People are dying every day.
That's right. And I think Secretary Rubio said that 85% of PEPFAR still remains in place. That remains to be seen. However, that's disputed on the ground. But again, for a minimal investment, we've seen the profound difference we as a nation can make. George.
President and I worked for Bill Clinton. Your word is resilience.
Resilience. As you know, more than anyone, George, he faced great personal and political travails, and yet he always came back to fight for the American people. And you saw even during the course of his presidency, at the most controversial times, the American people were behind Bill Clinton because they saw him working for them. After the Monica Lewinsky impeachment, his approval rating was an all-time high of 73%. The American people said, yes, we understand he has flaws, but he's working for us, and our country it works in general. So I think he was rewarded for that and left the presidency, George, with the highest outgoing approval rating of any modern president, 64%.
You don't write about our 2 most recent presidents, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Why not?
Well, first of all, these are presidents I've known. I don't know Donald Trump. I've never interviewed him, so that was an easy one. But Joe Biden was in the office when I wrote the book. His legacy was still in the balance. So I opted not to write for him. And we've seen a lot happen since I put the book to bed last year. And I think his legacy is still in the balance.
Could you sum up his character in 1 word?
Well, I think he's a decent man. He's a truly decent person. And you can see that in his presidency when he tried to return the nation to democratic norms and values and tried to be the president of all Americans. It's very hard in this divided political environment.
How about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, it's hard to, again, his legacy is very much in the balance, but most of the qualities that I write about for these presidents show a certain level of compassion. And, America is defined not only for its strength in the world, but for its compassion. That's what distinguishes us as a great nation. We don't see a great deal of compassion from Donald Trump, and you can see that with the eradication, the systematic eradication of government.
Thanks for coming in. The book is called Make Your Mark, Lessons in Character from 7 Presidents. Coming up next, Will Gantz is here with everything you need to know for some summer fun.
It is slowly beginning to feel like summer around here next week, I promise. But across the nation, more sunny days are ahead, and our friends at Disney are helping to make every beach day and backyard barbecue amazing. So Will Gantz is here to walk us through some of the new products featuring Mickey and Friends. Everything you see here is shoppable. You can just scan the QR code. So Will, take me through Old Navy, Americana, inspired by Mickey and Friends. This is a whole collection.
That's right. We are talking over 100 pieces of gear for Disney fans of all ages, from flip-flops to baseball caps to bathing suits and the iconic Old Navy flag tee. There's something for everybody in the family. I personally love denim from Old Navy, so check out the denim shorts are so cute. They have those patchwork add-ons, which are really adorable. And what else is so cool about this collection is that it marks the first time a character has ever appeared on the Old Navy flag logo tee.
Wow.
So who better than Mickey and Minnie?
I said I know 90s is in, and this reminds me so much of the 90s. Then there's another collab.
Yes.
This is with Touchland?
That's right. Touchland is a GMA viewer favorite. Their Power Mists come in some of the very best scents. They're antibacterial sprays that not only hydrate your skin, but they're also non-sticky and fast drying. The Disney Touchland Special Edition set includes the Wild Watermelon Power Mist, and it's inside this super cute Mickey Mouse case. Of course, it's reusable, so you can use it with any of your favorite Touchland scents. The set together is right at $20. You can use it all summer long.
Wild watermelon. I like that for you.
It smells kind of nice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it does.
Love that.
And now, picnic away with this bag.
Yes, this is from Walmart. It's the Willow Basket Tote by Picnic Time, and it's decked out in Mickey's silhouette on the outside. The inside has plenty of space and room for all of your snacks on the go, and it also has this little drawstring in there, so you can sort of secure whatever you're bringing to the park with you. Makes the perfect summer park picnic and outdoor adventures with the whole fam.
Okay, now fun in the sun and the water with the kids.
Yes, there is water in here, by the way, so don't
step
yes,
in.
Exactly.
Or do.
These pool floats from the Disney Store are awesome for those hot summer days from Disney's youngest fans. We're featuring an inflatable pool set in the shape of Mickey himself. Of course, comes with this little basketball hoop, helps you escape all your troubles, and you don't even have to go under the sea. You can hop on top of it in this Mickey float from the Disney Store.
Wait a minute. Under the Sea, and you didn't start singing?
Under the sea. You don't have to ask me twice, that's right.
I knew he would do it. You can shop all of these products on our website.
And a big thank you to all the Disney performers all over the globe, also here in Times Square for that terrific performance.
Thank you so much for watching.
Everybody have a great day. We will see you on Monday. Make sure you check out Weekend GMA as well.
Good weekend, guys.